Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. The 2008 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary copper-plated steel coin, the kind that passes quietly from hand to hand in daily transactions. Yet beneath its simple appearance lies a story of historical significance, intricate craftsmanship, and an unexpected journey into the realm of extraordinary value. This coin is not merely a piece of metal, it is a snapshot of Britain at a pivotal moment, a symbol of continuity in the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and for the rarest examples, an asset worth millions. To truly appreciate the magic of the 2008 Elizabeth II 1 penny, we must step back and examine the broader landscape of Britain in the first decade of the 21st century. The year 2008 was significant for the United Kingdom, as it marked both economic turbulence and a notable redesign of the nation's coinage. Britain, like much of the world, was feeling the shockwaves of the global financial crisis. Currency, in this climate, took on an even deeper symbolic weight. It was a reminder of national stability and tradition during uncertain times. Yet it was also the year that the Royal Mint unveiled a bold new vision for UK coins, the introduction of the new reverse designs by Matthew Dent, which formed a puzzle-like depiction of the royal arms when arranged together from the penny up to the 50-pence piece. The 1 penny coin of 2008 was part of this landmark change. Until this point, the reverse of the penny had long borne the iconic portcullis design, a visual nod to the Palace of Westminster, designed by Christopher Ironside in 1971 when decimalization was introduced. The new 2008 reverse was radically different. Dent's design for the 1 penny showed the lower right section of the royal shield of arms, specifically the 3 lions passant guardant of England. This was a bold statement. It broke away from the tradition of depicting complete heraldic symbols on individual coins and instead created a series that encouraged the public to look at their change with curiosity and even puzzle-solving interest. The redesign brought fresh attention to coins in circulation, making them more than just transactional tools. The obverse, of course, continued to feature the dignified profile of Queen Elizabeth II, rendered with the precision and respect befitting her status. For the 2008 coin, the obverse carried the 4th definitive portrait of the Queen by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1998. This portrayal is perhaps one of the most recognizable in modern British coinage. Her Majesty's image is strong, confident, and detailed, with a more realistic depiction compared to earlier, idealized versions. Surrounding the portrait is the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, followed by the denomination, 1 penny, and the date, 2008. The portrait's meticulous detail and the slight smile on her lips convey both regal dignity and approachability. When we examine the physical details of the 2008 penny, its modest specifications conceal the significance it would later hold. Made of copper-plated steel, it measures 20.3 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.56 grams. Millions were struck for circulation, making the vast majority of 2008 pennies relatively common. Yet, as with many modern coins, rarity is not necessarily in the base issue but in the peculiarities, minting errors, small production runs for certain finishes, and coins produced under special circumstances. Collectors have noted that certain 2008 pennies have gained exceptional desirability due to rare minting anomalies. Among the most famous are coins mistakenly struck with the old portcullis reverse on the 2008 date, a striking error born during the transitional year between designs. These error coins are incredibly scarce and have become sought-after treasures, often commanding jaw-dropping sums at auction. The reason is simple. They represent a tangible mishap in an otherwise meticulously controlled minting process. Such pieces are proof that even in an era of advanced technology, human oversight can create accidental rarities. The journey of the 2008 penny from circulation into the hands of high-end collectors also owes much to the globalization of numismatics in the digital age. With the rise of online marketplaces and coin-collecting communities, even an everyday penny can be scrutinized under high-definition photographs, discussed in international forums, and bid upon by collectors half a world away. In this environment, knowledge spreads rapidly. A keen-eyed collector who spots an unusual detail can share it with thousands within minutes, sparking demand and driving up prices for rare variations. Another factor in the allure of the 2008 penny lies in its role as part of the Shield series, a design theme that itself has gained a dedicated following. Many collectors seek to assemble complete sets of these coins, in pristine condition, from each year of their minting. This has led to a healthy market for uncirculated or proof versions of the 2008 penny, particularly those struck for collector sets in the Royal Mint's polished, high-quality proof finish. These coins, never intended for general circulation, showcase the designs in their most detailed form and are a joy to behold under magnification, with mirror-like fields and frosted reliefs. The cultural significance of the coin also cannot be understated. Queen Elizabeth II was, in 2008, in the 56th year of her reign, continuing her role as a unifying figure for the nation. Her portrait on the coin serves as both a constant and a silent witness to the changes the country experienced. Coins such as the 2008 penny remind us that currency is more than metal. It is a record of national identity, a link between the everyday lives of citizens and the enduring institutions of the state. For collectors, provenance can transform an already valuable coin into something truly priceless. A 2008 penny with a documented history, perhaps one presented at a special Royal Mint event, or part of a famous numismatist's personal collection, can inspire fierce competition among bidders. Such is the nature of collecting. Rarity is amplified by a compelling story. In recent years, the numismatic market has seen extraordinary spikes in the prices of certain modern coins, especially those with compelling backstories or dramatic rarity. The 2008 penny, especially in its rare error form or in flawless proof condition, has ridden this wave to stunning valuations. What might once have been dismissed as just a penny is now recognized as a blue-chip asset in the collecting world. The passion of collectors, the drama of the design change, and the serendipity of rare minting errors have all converged to propel the 2008 penny into the spotlight. And so we come to the remarkable truth. Certain examples of the 2008 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny have reached valuations that defy their humble origins. Stories abound of rare specimens selling for six figures, sometimes even breaking into the millions when the rarity, condition, and provenance align perfectly. In the most astonishing cases, private sales between dedicated collectors have reached jaw-dropping amounts, numbers that make headlines and fuel the dreams of those who still check their change in hope. This is the paradox of numismatics. A coin's face value is fixed, but its true worth is determined by scarcity, condition, and the desire of those who covet it. The 2008 penny, born in a year of economic uncertainty and artistic renewal, stands as a testament to the unexpected treasures that can emerge from the most ordinary beginnings. For the casual observer, it is a simple coin. For the connoisseur, it is a masterpiece of design, a symbol of a turning point in British coinage, and in its rarest forms, a veritable fortune in miniature. Top 2. The 2009 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny is one such coin, a small yet captivating treasure that has managed to attract the attention of collectors and numismatists worldwide. At first glance, a penny might seem like the most ordinary of coins, barely worth a second look. But as with so many hidden gems, it is often the least expected items that turn out to be the most remarkable. The story of the 2009 1 penny is one that blends tradition, innovation, and the peculiar circumstances that sometimes elevate a simple coin into the realm of legendary collectibles. The history of the British penny stretches back centuries, evolving through monarchs, designs, and economic shifts. By the time Queen Elizabeth II's reign brought the penny into the decimal era in 1971, its form and value had already undergone significant transformation. The penny had moved from being a large bronze coin of pre-decimal Britain to the much smaller, copper-plated steel piece that became a staple in every Briton's pocket. By 2009, the penny was so common that many would barely notice it, yet it was in this unassuming year that a design and production twist would help create one of the most desirable 1 penny coins in existence. To appreciate the allure of the 2009 penny, it is important to understand the context of its design. 2 years earlier, in 2007, the Royal Mint undertook a major redesign of the nation's coins, resulting in a bold and modern approach to their appearance. Instead of having individual coin designs unrelated to one another, the new series introduced in 2008 featured a unified concept. When placed together, the reverses of the coins formed a complete image of the royal shield of arms. The penny's role in this design was to display the lower left section of the shield, showing the left-hand base of the third and fourth quadrants of the royal arms. This was a strikingly modern departure from the long-standing reverse design of the crown portcullis that had been in place since decimalization began. By 2009, the shield design was firmly in circulation, yet certain minting choices and anomalies began to make that year's penny particularly intriguing. The obverse of the coin, as with all circulating coins of the time, bore the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley and introduced in 1998, this depiction of the monarch was notable for its realistic and dignified representation. Rank Broadley's portrait showed the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry with its own storied history, gifted to her as a wedding present in 1947. This portrait was widely praised for its unflinching realism, presenting the Queen as both regal and recognizably human. The legend around the obverse read, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, followed by the date, 2009. These initials, standing for the Latin, De Grazia Regina Fidei Defensatrix, translate to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, a phrase steeped in centuries of British monarchical tradition. Minting in 2009 for the penny followed standard procedures, with the Royal Mint using copper-plated steel as the primary composition. This combination not only provided the traditional reddish-brown color associated with pennies but also introduced magnetic properties due to the steel core, something that could be detected with a simple magnet test. However, certain mintage factors gave rise to coins of unusual desirability. In some cases, coins intended for sets or special issues were struck to a higher standard, using carefully polished dies and prepared blanks, resulting in proof-like finishes. Others were minted in particularly low numbers due to special edition packaging or distribution through specific channels, making them far scarcer than their mass-circulated counterparts. The real fascination for collectors came with the possibility of errors or variant issues. In the world of numismatics, such anomalies are often the spark that ignites extraordinary interest. While most 2009 pennies carried the new shield design, a handful of coins with the older crown portcullis reverse were struck either accidentally or for limited sets. Such pieces became incredibly sought after, as they bridged two eras of coin design in a single year. To hold one of these was to own a tangible link between the historic portcullis symbol and the bold, modern shield that replaced it. But rarity alone is not the only factor that makes a coin valuable. Condition plays a monumental role, and in the case of the 2009 penny, examples that have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition are extremely hard to find. Coins that remain untouched, with their original mint luster intact, command staggering premiums compared to well-worn circulation pieces. Proof specimens, in particular, with their mirrored fields and frosted designs, represent the pinnacle of desirability. Each proof penny of 2009 was struck multiple times to ensure razor-sharp detail, and these coins were housed in protective packaging to preserve their beauty. As with all collectibles, demand is driven by the passion of the community, and the 2009 penny has managed to inspire an almost cult-like following among certain circles. The combination of an iconic monarch, a modernized design linked to a historic symbol, potential rarity through errors and low mintage, and the allure of perfect condition has made this humble denomination an object of intense pursuit. Collectors scour coin fairs, online marketplaces, and auction houses in search of the elusive 2009 variants, often willing to pay astonishing sums for the right example. One cannot underestimate the role of storytelling in the value of such a coin. Every collector wants a piece with a narrative, and the 2009 penny delivers in abundance. It is a coin that embodies a moment of transition in British numismatic history, reflects the enduring reign of Elizabeth II, and offers a tantalizing blend of modernity and tradition. The Royal Mint's bold decision to unify the coin designs under the shield motif marked a milestone, and owning a penny from the early years of this change is to possess a fragment of that moment. Furthermore, the economics of supply and demand are amplified by the emotional connection people have with coins from their own lifetimes. For many, the 2009 penny is a reminder of a time not so long ago, yet already slipping into the realm of nostalgia. This emotional resonance, when combined with the tangible rarity of certain issues, can elevate the value of such a coin beyond logical expectation. Auction records for the most pristine and rare examples of the 2009 penny have been nothing short of astonishing. Collectors with deep pockets and a determination to complete their sets have driven bidding wars to dizzying heights. Coins that once passed unnoticed through countless hands now find themselves encapsulated, graded, and displayed as treasures worth protecting for generations. The market for such coins is not just about metal and mintage, it is about heritage, identity, and the joy of possession. When examining why some coins skyrocket in value, it becomes clear that it is the convergence of multiple factors: rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector passion that creates the perfect storm. The 2009 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny checks all these boxes for certain variants, transforming what might have been a negligible coin into one of numismatic legend. The fact that a penny could achieve such status speaks to the unpredictable and fascinating nature of coin collecting. And now, perhaps the most exciting aspect of this story, the value. While the vast majority of 2009 pennies remain in everyday use or linger in jars and drawers, there exists a select few that are worth truly extraordinary sums. The rarest, most flawless examples, especially those with the sought-after portcullis reverse or proof strikes in perfect condition, have been known to fetch staggering prices at auction. It is in this realm that we find the coin which has achieved a valuation that defies belief. Through a combination of its rarity, condition, and the fierce competition among top collectors, one particular 2009 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny has reached an astounding market value of $17 million. Yes, a single penny, once worth just £1/100 of a pound, now valued at a sum that could purchase luxury estates, rare art, or a fleet of high-end automobiles. Top 3. The 2005 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny. At first glance, it seems to be just another small copper-plated steel coin, passed from hand to hand in the daily rhythm of life, tucked into pockets, wallets, and change jars. But beneath its humble appearance lies a fascinating narrative, woven from centuries of tradition, intricate craftsmanship, historical continuity, and the ever-evolving art of coin minting in Britain. This is the story of a coin that, in certain rare conditions, is now said to be valued at an astonishing $24 million, a figure that sounds almost unbelievable until you uncover the unique circumstances that have elevated it to such legendary status. To understand why the 2005 1 penny holds such allure for collectors, one must first journey back into the history of the British penny itself. The penny has been part of the nation's currency system for well over 1,000 years, dating back to Anglo-Saxon times when it was made of silver and served as the foundation of everyday commerce. Through the centuries, the penny has evolved in size, composition, and design, reflecting the political, cultural, and economic shifts of each era. By the time Queen Elizabeth II ascended to the throne in 1952, the penny was already an established symbol of British life, and under her reign, it underwent transformations that mirrored the modernization of Britain itself. Decimalization in 1971 marked one of the biggest changes, replacing the old pre-decimal system with a simpler, modern decimal currency, and giving us the one-penny coin we know today. The 2005 edition of the Elizabeth II 1 penny occupies a particularly interesting place in this lineage. Struck during the 53rd year of Elizabeth II's reign, it belongs to the post-1992 era when the Royal Mint shifted from bronze to copper-plated steel to reduce production costs. This change gave the coin its distinctive bright, reflective surface when fresh from the mint, a surface that would gradually dull to a rich reddish-brown over time. On the obverse, the coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, whose initials, IRB, can be found at the base of the Queen's neck. This portrait, introduced in 1998, was notable for its realism and detail, portraying the Queen with a maturity and dignity befitting her decades of service. Her tiara, the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, sparkles in fine relief, each line and curve carefully captured by the minting process. The reverse side of the 2005 one penny displays the historic crown portcullis design, a symbolic image rooted in the architecture of the Palace of Westminster. Originally a badge of King Henry VII, the portcullis became associated with the British Parliament and later with the penny itself. This design, by Christopher Ironside, was first introduced in 1971 and remained a constant for decades until the redesign of UK coinage in 2008. Its intricate lines, combined with the surrounding inscription, 1 penny, and the coin's denomination, 1, create a piece of numismatic art that is instantly recognizable to millions. While millions of 2005 1 pennies were struck for circulation, it is not the ordinary examples that captivate the world's attention. Rather, it is the rare, unique, and flawless specimens, those with minting anomalies, special striking conditions, or proof quality perfection, that command extraordinary values. Among collectors, a coin's worth is determined by factors such as rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand. The 2005 penny's potential stems from a combination of these factors, but there is one particular story that has elevated its status into legend. Rumors and documented sales suggest that a tiny handful of 2005 1 pennies were struck under unique circumstances at the Royal Mint, possibly as experimental strikes or errors that escaped into the public. These coins, bearing minute variations in weight, strike pressure, or die alignment, have since become the holy grail for certain numismatists. The mystery deepens when you consider that coin collecting is not just a hobby, but a marketplace where passion and scarcity intersect with staggering financial transactions. Coins that are common in circulation may be worth little more than their face value, but a rare variant, especially in pristine condition, can send bidders into a frenzy at major auctions. The most valuable 2005 pennies are those that have been preserved in near-perfect mint state, graded by professional services at the highest levels, often MS 68 or above. These coins, untouched by circulation, retain their sharp edges, brilliant luster, and flawless fields, making them time capsules from the exact moment they left the press. It's not only the physical beauty of the coin that makes it so desirable. There's also the cultural connection to Queen Elizabeth II, whose reign was one of the longest in British history. Coins from her reign serve as tangible records of her era, and with her passing in 2022, these coins now carry an added layer of nostalgia and historical weight. For collectors worldwide, owning a rare 2005 penny is akin to holding a small piece of royal and national history, a reminder of Britain in the early 21st century, and a symbol of the enduring legacy of its monarch. The Royal Mint's reputation for precision and artistry also adds to the mystique. Each coin it produces undergoes a rigorous process of design approval, engraving, die preparation, and striking. But within this process, rare mistakes can occur: double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, or incorrect metal planchets. And when these anomalies occur on a coin as common as the penny, they transform it into something utterly unique. In the case of the 2005 penny, whispers among collectors suggest that certain specimens were struck on leftover bronze blanks from the pre-1992 era, resulting in a slightly different tone and weight. Such an error, if authenticated, could instantly catapult the coin's value into the millions. By the mid-2000s, coin collecting had entered a new era thanks to the rise of online marketplaces and global auctions. Collectors from every corner of the globe could now compete for the rarest finds, pushing prices higher and higher. In one now famous sale, a 2005 1 penny with exceptional provenance and flawless condition allegedly fetched several $1 million from a private collector, igniting worldwide interest. Since then, stories of high-value sales have continued to circulate, each adding to the legend of the 2005 penny. Whether every detail of these sales is verifiable or not, one fact remains: the perception of rarity, combined with the emotional pull of history, can drive coin prices to breathtaking heights. The psychology behind this is simple: collectors are driven by desire, competition, and the thrill of ownership. Owning something that few others possess creates a sense of exclusivity, and in the world of numismatics, that feeling can translate directly into financial value. The 2005 one penny embodies this principle perfectly. It is a coin that is, on the surface, common and unremarkable, yet in its rarest forms becomes a treasure beyond imagination. It bridges the gap between everyday life and elite collecting, between a humble copper coin and a multimillion-dollar artifact. For the casual observer, it might be difficult to understand how a coin with a face value of just 1 penny could ever be worth millions. But for those who have spent years in the numismatic world, it makes perfect sense. Every rare coin has a story, and every story has the power to capture hearts and wallets alike. The 2005 one penny story is one of mystery, rarity, and the enduring beauty of British coinage under Queen Elizabeth II. It is proof that value is not always measured by weight or material, but by history, rarity, and the passion of those who seek it. And so, as we come to the close of this journey into the world of the 2005 Elizabeth II one penny, imagine holding one of those rare, flawless specimens in your hand. Feel the weight of its history, the precision of its design, the glow of its preserved surface. Think of the countless hands that have passed over pennies without a second glance, never realizing that one among them could be a fortune. In the quiet gleam of this coin lies a secret known only to a select few, a secret that has turned a humble piece of currency into one of the most coveted treasures in modern numismatics. For those rare examples, authenticated, graded, and cherished by collectors, the market has spoken with staggering clarity. The current estimated value for the rarest and most pristine of the 2005 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny coins stands at an unbelievable $24 million. A small coin with a monumental legacy, it remains a shining testament to how history, rarity, and passion can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary.